Hello student, today in this video we are going to discuss about the latest writing section of your English paper, that is part B. You already know that part B or writing section consists of 40 marks, 30 from literature and 5 marks from the letter writing and 5 marks from the analytical paragraph. So 30 marks literature will be sent through your PDF, and this 10 marks we will discuss, that is one the letter writing and the second one is the analytical paragraph. First we will discuss here the letter writing. So you already know that letter writing is of two types, that is formal letter writing and informal letter writing. Formal letter is one which is written in a formal and ceremonious language and follow a certain stipulated format. Formal letter are written for official or professional communication. Okay, like it is written to authorities, dignitaries, seniors, principal and many more. An informal letter is the one which is written in a friendly manner to someone you are familiar with, okay, like to your parents, friend, colleague and etc. Okay, so according to your subject we will deal with the formal letter writing. Okay, you already know that it is formal and informal, so we will deal with the formal. And for dealing with the formal letter you need to know that how many types of formal letter are there, that is the inquiry letter, complaint letter, order letter, editorial letter, sales letter and promotion letter. Okay, inquiry letter, complaint letter, order, sell letter, this is used for the business purpose. Editorial letter is to letter to the editor and promotion letter is in the job analysis. Okay, so now we will deal with the format of formal letter. Okay, at first you will write the address of sender, that is sender's address, then it will be followed by date, then name of addressee or designation of addressee, and then address of addressee. Address of addressee means the receiver's address, then it will be followed by salutation and the greeting as I have shown previously, the greetings which are used in the formal letter. Okay, now you will mention the subject for what purpose you are writing the letter, and now the introduction paragraph will open, which will not exceed more than 3 to 4 lines. Now you will write the body parts, okay, for what purpose and what reason you are writing the letter, and at last you will end with the conclusion part, which should also not exceed more than 4 to 5 times, and at last you will close the letter by the closing line, and at the end you will write the sender's name or the signature of the sender. Okay, so the first part is completed. Now we will go with analytical paragraph. So the first question arises that what is analytical paragraph? Okay, so this form of writing is used to interpret the fact presented in the form of graph. This graph can be bar graph, line graph, or in the form of pie chart or in the tabular form. Okay, it requires an analysis and comparison of the given fact and drawing out the conclusion based on the given data. Okay, and in this the visual stimulation is also given, means the fact which you have to write is already mentioned in the question. Okay, and from that question you have to draw the main points and you have to write, and this main point should be in the form of introduction, body and the overview or the conclusion. Okay, so for showing this I am going to sharing you one question for your understanding. So here is the question that the graph below gives information about changes in the birth and death rates in New Zealand between 1901 and 2101. So we have to draw the conclusion by selecting and reporting the main feature and making comparison where it is relevant. At first you have to give the title or the heading of the paragraph. So whatever perfect heading you feel that it is perfect for this paragraph, you have to mention it at the first. You know that heading is given at the first, and then you will go with the introduction paragraph, which should not exceed then 3 or 4 lines, because introduction should be in concise and it should be very short. Okay, here it is showing you the graph. By seeing the graph, you can take the introduction that the graph shows changes in the birth and death rates in New Zealand since 1901 and forecast trends until 2101. And after that, we will come to the body part. Body part should also take one para, but by seeing the graph again, you can see that the comparison is between the birth rate and death rate. So for the body part, we can give 2 para. First body part should be about the birth rate, and in the second body part we deal with the death rate. Okay, so in first body part, you have seen that we can see that in 1901 and 2041 the birth rate has constantly higher than the death rate, and it stood at the 20,000 at the start of this period, and it is increased to a peak of 66,000 in 1961. Since then, the rate has fluctuated between 65 to 50,000 and is expected to decline slowly. And in the second body part, we deal about the death rate. The death rate started below 10,000 and has increased steadily until the present time. And you can see the graph that has increased is expected to be more rapid between 2021 and 2051. And now at last coming to the conclusion, so we can draw the conclusion, and or you can conclude by saying that these opposing trends means that the death rate will overcome the birth rate in 2041, and the gap which is being observed here can be overcome in later part of this century. So by this you can go through your analytical paragraph. By taking this as an example, you can solve the questions based on this. Okay, you have to just take out the actual fact and the data given in the form of chart, graph, or anything presented over there in the question. You have to point your point of view. Okay, thank you student, and all the very best.